an extraterrestrial. Like an extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial.
Doctor?
Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial. 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 Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial. 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 Like an extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial. 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 Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial. 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 Like an extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial.
Doctor?
Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial. 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 Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial. 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 Extraterrestrial.
Let's start the show, and actually, give me a second. Let me actually get my Clubhouse team in here. I know I should have set this room for a different time. Start event time. Hold on real quick. Mic check. All right, we're good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially here. We are five-way simulcast. Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, and now we are on Clubhouse, ladies and gentlemen. Let me make sure I pin the link to the top. Let me see, please still be there. And nope, it wasn't there, per usual. Let's try this again. Boom. All right, now we're in business. All right, so let's get into it. When it comes to respect my notes, like I said, you guys been tuning in to what's been going on this week on YouTube. There was a story that was told. That story, by all means, should have been kept to that person's selves, because I don't know what made him volunteer that information. That literally, and I mean literally, made no goddamn sense to me. Excuse my language. So, with the things that was said, it's worth it's worth it's like I said, it's worth the conversation. We're talking about. So let's get into it. Now, when it comes to the word no, like I said, it has always been the most disrespected word in the English dictionary. Nobody respect it because a lot of people is not stand grounded when it comes to the nose. They kind of like play around with it. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and find out the what's it called um definitions of no. Now, out of the 7 definitions of no, um, let's just say it broke down to 21 definitions. So when you want to go to the arrow, which is a negative use to express dissent, denial, or refusal, as in response to a question, you can go to adjective of not used before, now, blah 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 blah. We all know what no means at this point in our adult lives. Yes, I say adult because there's nobody under the age of 18 allowed on this channel. So, as adults, you know what the word no means. Now, now that I'm aware that you guys know what that means, and you guys already know what ideology I'm coming from, Christian, child of God, believer, God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Now, when it comes to a thought process regarding the word no, now some people are going to say, why do you need a long ass thought process regarding this word? Because if you really understand how powerful this 2 letter word is, you will understand why it's being looked over and no one wants to take it seriously. So here's my thought process on this. Let me actually turn that part off so I can keep this on. It's incredibly alarming when we take the most minor word for granted. It is not giving the respect and power it deserves. It is criminal. The word no is seen as a measly 2 letter word. However, it could be the most powerful word in the dictionary. It's so powerful that it should not be misused for fun, games, regarding a severe matter. You must not take such a powerful word so lightly because it can save your life. When it comes to consent or seeking consent, though that word is something you don't want to play around with. Anytime you hear the word no, stop what you're doing. Don't move any further than where you are at that time, because that can and will be used against you. If there's something that you want and somebody says no, stop. Don't even proceed forward. Do not continue your walk forward. Just stop right there. But what about no? You see, I'm trying to no. How can I no? Just stop. If they say no, okay. Have a nice day. That simple, that easy. You see how much lawsuits you save? Do you see how much verbal lashbacks you just prevented receiving? All you had to do was just listen and honor the person's no. Now, the question is, when should you start respecting people's no's? When did it start? It starts as a kid, a child to be exact. When a child says no, you got to honor that no. Now, some people are going to say, in what scenario? In what scenario should a child's no be honored? Well, let's tackle that real quick because a friend of mine brought this to my attention, and I know what some of you are gonna say. No, she's not white. So when it comes to children, to always respect their nose, I threw out an example. Let's say it's time to eat. This is all you got. All you have is rice, steamed vegetables, and baked chicken breast or something like that, and a cup of water. Your child says no. Should that be respected? She said yes. Trying to figure out why, and if that's the only thing you guys have in the house. She said that is not the only thing you have in the house. Now, when I was speaking, I was trying to speak in general because there's an audience that needs to hear this, and if the idea is to push an ideology on people, you can't just keep it to one person. But for the sake of that argument, we kept it to one. We kept it to one person. You have more food in the house that you can cook, and you know your children are going to eat different things. So why would you prisonize your children to eating what you want them to eat? Prisoner is not a word I made up on the spot, but it does fit. If you if your child says no, and you continue to proceed forward doing what the child go against the child's wishes, the child's gonna grow older to realize my parents didn't respect my no, so I gotta expect the world to not respect my no. And good morning, Miss Doris. How you doing? And I had to think about that real quick. And it's like she has a point. It starts as it starts as a child. Now, from the generations that we came from, there's no such thing as telling your parents no. Now, for other record, I'm not talking about those extremes, those family secrets that no longer need to be secrets. They need to be told so people can be held accountable. I'm not talking about that. If a child says no, the answer is motherfucking no, and go tell your parents, or go tell another adult that's not on that type of time, so somebody can get their ass beat. When a child says I don't, when they know, it's only for the sake of fact that they have options to choose from. You're allowing them to make their own decisions. You're allowing them some form of independency. But the thing about this is you're controlling their options. You're giving them the options to choose from. So they're going to sit back and figure out what did he get to eat. So that with that right there, I'm not opposed to doing. As a matter of fact, I'm not even opposed to adopting that philosophy or that ideology. I'm not opposed to that. So where does it start? To respect my nose, it starts as children. You're gonna have to respect these children's nose, especially if they have the option to say no because they have other options to choose from, especially since you as the adult, as the parent, control the options. So it starts as a child. The reason why, because it's a child, you say no. You get to teenagers, no means no. Excuse me. And when you get to your young adult age, to your adult age, you now know that your no's are not to be played with. So that way you can stand firm in your no. There's no trying to hug up on somebody and he or she's saying no. Well, ain't no he about this. I'm sorry, I'm still old school to a degree. I'm gonna keep it to the women. If there's no mistaking your no's for yeses or maybes or something like that. No is no. If he's rubbing on you and you saying no and you giggling and you playing around, no, you ruin your no. You compromise your no. Because now you're sending him mixed signals. Do I go? Do I stay? Like, what am I doing? A lot of people has, like I said, the most disrespected word is no. Now, let's put a principle behind the no, since we haven't. And I know we haven't. And depending on what generation you're from, you know for a fact that them no's from your day was not respected. And that's why we are in where we are right now. Principle. My yes will always mean yes, and my no will always mean no. This is a command from Jesus when he was speaking on how to carefully make promises and not sin against God. Real simple. My yes means yes, and my no's means no. Yes has a definition. No has a definition. You don't misconstrue or compromise either one. Now, some people are gonna say, "Well, that's gonna make it boring. Like the sex is not gonna be that much pleasurable and that type of stuff." You want to risk your freedom for the word no and yes? Go right ahead. You be the fool behind bars, and your mugshot is gonna end up on Shade Room, Baller Alert, Hollywood Unlocked, World Star, Neighborhood Talk, and I'm gonna be there laughing. What do women listen to? Spiritual World or something like that? Oh yeah, Jasmine Brand, all that shit. And I'm gonna be there laughing like, had you only just listened. Respect the no. Now the value system, because my boundaries need to be acknowledged. The end. Because my boundaries need to be acknowledged. That's why you need to respect the yes and you need to respect the no. Because boundaries do not need to be crossed. Boundaries tell you what realm you can play in, and so on and so forth. And other parts of that, you need to stay out of it. So let me make sure I put this in here. Hold on. Excuse me. Yes. Oops. Where we at? See, this is why I need a new keyboard. Yeah, my yes will always mean yes. And my no will always mean no. Because my boundaries need to be respected. My boundaries need to be acknowledged and respected. Let's see, almost done. And that's okay. Here we go. We're gonna do this. We're gonna copy and paste. We're gonna delete that. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Much better. So yeah, my yes will always mean yes, and my no will always mean no because my boundary needs to be acknowledged and respected. There was, like I said, you guys was here on YouTube this week, in the last week. You understand that a boundary was crossed a long time ago. Now, to that person, he said he didn't know. because of, I guess, the speed limit that was allowed back then. But then when we had this conversation earlier in the week, you realize that was unacceptable back then as well. And I want to say this goes on people either in my generation or beforehand, maybe even afterwards. I think because we played around. Let me delete that. And okay, whatever. Because we played around with the nose, because there's one thing that we all wanted at the end of the day. And I'm speaking in general, obviously, when I say this. There's some things that we all wanted at the end of the day. It's just that men and women, they bypass that. No, they speed right past that, and they go what they after for. It's like, no, fuck you, no. I want something, I want it now. All because you did not put no respect on that word no. Two letters can save you a whole lot of problems. Now, I haven't seen that gentleman this week after that whole situation debacle when they went on panel to panel talking about it. Now, in fairness, I have the link here. It's now it's pinned to the top. I had the link, so if somebody has a comment that they want to speak to, I'll open the floor. If that gentleman wants to come and speak, he's more than welcome to. I don't care if he does or not. It doesn't bother me. But I think for this next segment, it might be worth him considering coming up here and having a conversation with me. But before we get into that, excuse me, the principle and the value system. My yes will always mean yes, and my no will always mean no, because my boundary needs to be acknowledged and respected. Do you see how simple that is? I know people are trying to have fun and play around, so on and so forth. Find another words to do it. Don't do it at the expense of the word no, or yes for that matter. Be respectful, ladies and gentlemen. Be respectful to the word no. It will save you a lot. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, respect my nose.